Right, people, let's get going. First faulty, Highness's birthday yesterday. 3-year-old. Flynn's mate bought her a cake up. There's another like chopped peppers, swede or whatever, and an egg. And I had a piece of her egg and all, a bit of pepper. Big 3. New tennis ball. I had to nick this during the week when I said this. Titan Uranus. If you don't smile looking at that, then you need to get out more. Jeffrey, our first inputter tonight. Are you all ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready, Mick.
Good man. All yours.
So everybody told me to hit giant leagues. You have to start early. So I did what John Soulsby said. Like, if you start from seed, you have to start the seed earlier because they're already up to grass level now.
Yeah.
So if I want to get up to grass level by November, December, I have to sow in September. So I did under these bottles, just an old Coke bottle. The underside of it, I put the pot in to catch the water, then just put the Coke bottle on top, and it's like a little propagating greenhouse on the windowsill. Yeah, that's the result after 3 weeks. So I've got 6 kinds of leeks to try. If you want to look, number 1, Y1 is a Russian long leek. The one I had success with this year, the tall ones. Don't know if you'll be able to see. These are the ones. These should be the ones. That's Y1. And Y2 are pot leeks, which is these. Then Y3 are long branch leek English, which are these. Then I've got Y4 is, if I can read it, it's elephant. Leek called elephant from Happy Green Shop or Green Store in Ireland.
Yeah, I've heard of them all.
Then number 5 is another leek from them. What's his name? I can't even read it. It's something di Corentina is an Italian kind. And then number 6 is the winter giants we have here. They're just called winter giants. So I said, I'll try all of these on the same way I tried the leeks this year. So I said, I'll see what works and what doesn't. You can only use them for eating if they don't work. So if you don't try, you don't get.
That's it.
That's Y1. That's when I started transplanting them into plugs. Yeah, Mick. You just ordinary plugs. I thought if I can have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of each, it should fit 8 of each in the greenhouse in pots. I have rows of 8 this year, but I only have 3 rows. So I've got to extend the greenhouse in length. So you can put 2 pairs of 8, one after each other. So 16 in a row. I'll have a look and see if I can do it because I want giant onions as well. So I'll see what I can do. Yeah, Mick. That's how they've rooted. So I knock them out of the pots, tease the roots apart, put them in individual cells. Yeah, Mick. That's number 6. Same, they're all pretty much the same. A few had issues of all of them germinating. So resown a few in the pots there. Yeah, Mick. So you just put them like that. And then I made the little hoops to go around them in a wire. So they're all standing up right now. Yeah, Mick. These are the cabbages. They're called Walshafter Winter. And these I've grown every year. I start them off in September. I sow them in September. Plant them out in about October, November time. And that's just a raised bed. I took the sides off, trod on everything very, very hard. So it's very, very compacted. So because cabbages like firm soil, they say.
Yep.
So I put them all in, Yemek. And then I throw a lot of muck on them. Because like it's raining a lot here. So if you put muck on top of it and it freezes or it rains, like the juices, the stallion juice gets sucked into the earth and hits the roots. But there is a layer of horse muck under there, but that's fresh on top, fresh horse muck, all the nuggets. And then on the bottom is about, it's a barrel load per, that's about the size of a door every time. The beds, like a door lay flat. So I put a barrow of that underneath, then on top of the earth, stamp it down, put the cabbages in, then trod on them so they're firm, then put the horse muck on, then cover them with the mesh. Yeah, Mick. And that's them done. Inside the tunnel, that's where I store all my buckets for next year, cleaned. I dug a trench, and it was really soggy, which I didn't expect. Then I put a layer of horse muck in there, put the earth back on top of it. Yeah, Mick. And then I put cabbages in, but these are a different kind. I sent these to Sue as well. These are cabbages that it's explicitly said selected and grown for cold polytunnels. We get them here in Belgium. They're called Eva. I don't know if you can get them in England, but if you need any, I'll send them to you. I sent a few to Sue to try. But these are specific. They can't stay outdoors because if it freezes till -2, they're gone.
Yeah.
And with wind chill, they don't survive. But inside, not heated and not, let's say, in the specific sunlight, they do well. So I planted them up. So I said, okay, that's on the side of the polytunnel on the left hand side. That gets the sun first thing in the morning normally. So when the sun is low, it should just hit them. Yeah, Mick. And that's the state of my polytunnel. So I put a tunnel inside a tunnel. That's one of those wacky little things. You get it at Lidl, and normally it's like a roof on top of it. But I cut the legs off of the roof, the bindings, straighten them out, put them across, put a layer of plastic on top of plastic sheeting, and then just put another. You see inside there's like little nod, another little polytunnel house. Said if everything really has to get going, I put it in there, put a plastic over the door, and I put one of those crock pots, the old-fashioned flower pots. I put that in with a candle and another pot on top, and it acts kind of like a radiator. And you can see on the left, on the right-hand side, that was before I planted out the cabbages. The first lot were the Walshaft Winter, and the other lot were the Evas. So friends of mine got the rest. And inside that polytunnel are my pot leeks for seed heads for next year.
Yep.
I cut them right back. They've grown a good bit in there now. And all the buckets you can see on the right-hand side, that's all buckets for next year for growing the giant leeks and onions. So I fill them up with 1-year-old horse muck, about 1 inch from the top. I water it well, then stamp it down a little bit. Then I put on fresh earth, topsoil, then a layer of bag soil from bags, and then I sow, because it's inside, I always utilize everything I can. So I sow spinach in there, winter hardy spinach. So that should be full of spinach by the time I need the pots. And then I empty them out and mix one of those pots with all the horse muck and worms and everything that get in from underneath. I mix that together with one pot of those, with one pot equal in topsoil and back soil. I mix it, then put the leeks in there and onions. I did it last year. It worked well, so I'm going to do it again.
Good.
But I
Right.
don't know what trace elements to add to it, so I'll sort that out later. Yeah, Mick?
Like it? Few trials there, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I like doing that.
That looks like an Alstrom area.
No, it's actually it's too. I think in other photos, I don't know if they're on there. I put them inside there. They're actually lilies.
Hey.
Yeah, and the lilies they die off like that. And at
Oh,
the bottom, I've got new little lily bulbs. I've got 10 lily bulbs in one pot. That's died off completely.
yeah.
And the others are like that. So I said I'll leave just bung them on the ground in there and see what happens. That's behind the, the polytunnel, inside the polytunnel.
Yeah.
Behind that is the end of my polytunnel, and that's in there. And that's the same again, you can see old broken little greenhouse frame, put plastic around it. And inside I put stock leeks, but they're on the left front is hang on, left front. Yeah, that's from John Soulsby. That's a Blanche leek that I cut back.
Yeah.
And behind that is a Long Russian. Then the pot next to that at the back on the right is a Long Russian and a Blanche leek. And in front the same again. Why I've done that is my plan is when it's warm enough, I take off the plastic from that and put all like fine mesh around it. So no bees or flies or anything can get in there. And I'm going to try and hand pollinate between the two in the pot, the mixed ones, the Long Russian and the Long Blanche leek.
Oh,
So if I can get long leeks like I had this year, and then with the Blanche leek for thickness, I said maybe we'll see what comes out of there. But I saw a video, I think it was Terry King, but I'm not sure, on how his missus hand pollinated leeks, one mother plant, one father plant, and then they kind of remove all remove all the stamen. No, leave the stamen from one parent plant, let's say the father, and then get all the pollen from the mother plant and put it all on the stamen. But it's all done by hand. And that lady has got patience of a saint. Unbelievable. If you can see the video, it's unbelievable. So I said, I'll have a try, but do it the old fashioned way. Just if they're at the same time, just knock the heads together a few times and see what happens.
yeah.
I'm going to try to do a few properly and mark them. But the others, I'm just going to knock the heads together and see what happens. And also, I've heard from somebody, but I don't know if it's true, you can get the pollen, the dried pollen, from every kind of leek you want to cross anything with. So I'll have a look into that and see where I can find it.
I do that one.
Yeah, they sell it. It's you can't even get a gram in a bag. It's like fine powder. You have to put a little bit on your hand and blow it on there.
Yeah.
So they said they can do that. They've got long Blanche leeks, but they're not John Soulsby strain. They're from NHS judge, but from Ireland. I forgot his name. No, I'll have a look and see if I can find the thing. Yeah, that's it, Mick. I think, or a few more. I don't know. That's the Blanche leeks in the tunnel you saw before. The pot leeks, sorry, in the tunnel you saw before.
Yeah.
So that's stripped down about 7 to 8 leaves. So I was okay with what I got. I was content with what I got for the first try. Because I did sow early last year, I just sowed in January. So if I get that result again this year from where I've sown now earlier, I'll be glad. But I just don't want to spend the money on heating and the special lamps.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby. It's not to win prizes or anything. It's just trial for me. Yeah, Mick? And that's the same photo we started with.
Excellent, Jeffrey.
Okay, no problem.
Good man. Thank you, sir. A wise man once told his wife nothing because he was a wise man. You'll like that, Suzanne. Right, this is from last week, don't forget. We're still getting the sun on the evening and the cannas were still flowering. Now, what I'm after is these chaps as well. These have got to go nice and black to get the seed off them. Not there's a few that don't seed, but you still use a rhizomes. That was from last week. Right, my white grape rind. If you remember, I had some off Port off his allotment. Got to be stirred for 10 days, so that's what I'm still doing here. Give him a nice stir on the morning. One of Jeffrey's prezzies. Got to bung them off to him. Omelette. I finally got me omelettes. This was fluffy as a ferret. And basically, it was just getting the oil nice and hot before I put my mixture in. So I know how to do my omelettes now and all. Right, doing me, because I'm doing 2 gallons of the white grape, I need a bigger bucket than what I've got. And my compost tea brewer, that was perfect. So I cleaned them out. Obviously, I've got that lot in my proper brew bucket, but he was a good job I got in. Otherwise, I'd go buy another brew bucket. But it's just getting all the bits out as normal. So straining all the juice off. Then I put down another sieve, smaller holes, catch all that crap. The more bits you can get out, the better. And you've got a good eyesight, you can see the bits is caught there. The clear is going to work out. And then what I'm using, the old method, it says use a drum bag as well. This is one out of Jeffrey. And that catches even more bits. Perfect. Yeah, we see the bits it catches there, surprising. This was the second mesh, only this was finer than the first one, obviously. It takes a while to go through, but it is worth it. And in the end, I just had to top up with a bit of rainwater. Get them in nice and tight. Left a bit of a gap just in case they do start bubbling away, frothing. Right, that's where he was bubbling. We're not watching him here, but I still mark them up with a felt pen on both of them. Then put the date on when I've got to go and check it, which is usually after 6 months. So bunging them 2 in, and then put a bit of paper in, just in case I do start bubbling over and it comes over the top, then that'll catch it. If it goes on the new carpet, missus will throw a fit. That blueberry, uh, 21st of November, but it is clear as a ferret now. Parsnip, sorry, not blueberry. But it is clear now. It'll be done next week. That's a good one and all. 5 ants rented an apartment with 5 more ants. Together, they are 10 ants. Good aid. Scott, all yours, mate.
Oh, yeah, you all right? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, just picking many sweet potatoes. So I had 5 plants this year, and they did brilliantly. I managed to get them all up before the first frost. So I wasn't going to have the same estate as last year. I lost half of them. So that was the crop from 1 plant. So
Nice.
and I had 5 of them, and you can see how big they are. It's funny enough, we had dinner tonight. Just one of them cut in half as half each with a bit of chili on top. Yeah, so they
Is
did
that
really well.
raised bed, Scott?
Yeah, raised bed. Had a weed fabric over the top, and then planted the plant through the hole through a hole in the fabric.
Yeah.
And just kept it watered all season.
Excellent.
And yeah, brilliant. Yeah, next one. Oh, that was the heaviest one out of the pot. So it's over a kilo. So That'll do a few meals, that one.
Brilliant.
But we've been, or even the little ones, I just chop them all up, I've made soup and curries and, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Amazing what you can make with them.
We like a mash now. We have mashed potato,
Oh, yeah.
normal spud, sweet potato, and Swede.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
lovely.
Even the grandchild likes it.
Yeah. And that was me crop of poblanos off me hydroponic bush, that was. So they've done really well this year. So they're my favourite chili. They're not very hot, but they've got loads of flavour.
Yeah.
So I'll be making different meals with them, and I'll dry some and roast them, and yeah, they're lovely. So
Nice.
that was the full builder's bucket of sweet potatoes. That was a whole crop. So yeah, so I did well this year out of them.
Good.
Pleased with that. And that was my entrance to the weird looking vegetable of the year. It's funny, I had two like that off the same plant. The other one didn't go red. It just fell off and went manky. But looked exactly the same as that. It's funny, isn't it? I don't know what it is, but made me smile. That was it.
Lovely.
Just a few quick ones.
Good man. Cheers for that, Scott.
All right, mate.
Born 1914, gave up smoking, gave up booze, gave up red meat. Died anyway. It's like Father. When Father was still alive, that's when they brought out the MOTs for the old ones. And the first time I see him, says, right, if you want to last a bit longer, pack in your tot. You like a hot toddy of whiskey on the night with honey. Pack that in, pack your pipe in. Lasted a bloody year. I says, Father, just do what you want and go happy. Anyway. Right, Rowley sent me this during the week. He said, have you seen this in the magic of mushrooms? I think it was BBC4 it was on. Yeah. But if you like your fungi, then this is excellent. And Rowley said it about 3 times. In fact, I might watch it again. There's stuff in there. It's too much for my brain to take in, but it is superb. So I just remember magic of mushrooms. It's on YouTube anyway. Right, taking the hound for a walk. If you've got a good eyesight, there's the canna. I've got 2 cannas in now. Well, there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 6 beds all along here. Last year, that was all in all the beds. And I asked one of the workmen why they've only got 2 in. He says so they will lose them over winter. They lost quite a few last year while leaving them out. So it caught everybody out. Right, my pepper, sweet pepper in the greenhouse. If you remember using my own compost on quite a bit of things. This was a seedling that come up out of my compost. I thought I recognised that leaf. I didn't know it was a sweet or chili, but it turned out sweet pepper, and that's what we had yesterday with our tea. Right, this is our new venue, and the gaffer come out. He got a tin of yellow spray paint, basically just marking, because we got the venue, which is just on the top right here, where we have the show, plus the marquees coming out here, and there's his line there, meaning we still get cars down the side here, so we can get the marquee in the front of it is near to the entrance where we are. So loads of room for traffic and whatever. Let's make the chair and the new, what's it? And just to make when it's come down there. Perfect. Right, running out of liquid fish from my talks when I donate the little bottles. And all the dregs that are left behind, I keep them as well. And I put these in our raffle, like the big ones. Good brew. Right, that's me watching the rugby or the footy. And I'm ripping up my egg boxes and my loo rolls with Highness. Right, there's 3 canners staying in the ground this year. They got the protection of a fence. Plus, once I chop them off, you've got a good eyesight, you can still see new shoots coming through. They'll carry on as long as I can till the first frost jobs them. As soon as the frost jobs them, then I'll just chop them off about 2 inches and then mulch them. And then if we get if they forecast another -7 like we had last year, then there'll just be an extra dollop of mulch going on top of that. If I do lose them, then obviously I've lost them, but I ain't lost them. I've learned a lesson, and I'll just put more out next year. But this is a cross between firework and zebra, and I'm marking up the height of everyone, so when I dish them out next year, people know the height. This was supposed to be a dwarf pink, which was in the raised bed, middle of the garden, but decided me flamingo at the back. Like if he was a dwarf, he'd come to right there. So I asked my mate who's a big canna grower in UK. I says, well, I need to get him out. Gonna get him out now, chop him and dig him out, or wait till after Christmas. He says just chop him when the frost jobs him and just leave him in till they start up again in March or something. So that's what I do. But I want a dwarf yellow in there because I want a nice bright yellow. But he was 43 inches high and that ain't no dwarf. But with the cross pollination, if they're field pollinated, which they are anyway, it's colour wise you might get a different colour or a cross, but height wise that they should stay the same. So they do want either dwarf or normal in each field. But he's throwing seed as well, the other one top of the garden. That's for seed, cross open. And that's the last one, bottom of the garden. So all up the side, I've dragged all these into the sun because the sun's getting lower now. This is at the top of the garden when the sun's out, or if the sun is out, then I've still got it at the top of the garden. Obviously, these like sun, so that's why I've moved them all up there. That's 3 small cannas which are still growing. These are the seeds I had from the pot, which I'd forgot all about, and we'd had frost and everything, and like normal. The stuff you look after in the greenhouse, you lose a couple of whatever, and these bloody things. I mean that was late coming, obviously, because I've had cannas flower the same time these were planted. But these were planted straight seeds outside in me. Was it me? I think it was my blueberry plant. Because I was spare, I got nothing to lose. But I'm just leaving them to go as they are. Still picking the Cape gooseberries. When I picked a load of these, a first lot, I just kept them in the greenhouse and opening them up, and it did work. They're drying off the cells, so they're ripening the cells inside. That's keeping them in the sun, just on the cold greenhouse. This is an old book I had out of the loft. Wilbur Smith used to read these when I was in the mob. If I'm doing a Lifebuoy Ghost or Lookout, when you get your half-hour break, usually do half hour on, do a load of reading. And this is one of their shit kickers. What we used to call Western, obviously. But Wilbur Smith was one of the best writers who was going about at the time. But he's an older, so I'm going to shred him. Look at that. I can smell his good old. Plus you can tell by the browning going on. Another one of Jeffrey's, he's got 2 of these. One still wrapped up, one open. Right, all my cannas, I'm trying to get seed off them. I should have done this earlier on. That's something else I've learned. Do it earlier next year. Because when one did go to seed, Obviously, if you take him off, you'll get more flower buds, new buds. But I ain't worked it well in the sense that I'm still drying off. So that's something else I've learned. We'll come on to it later on, because I can still do it. Mate Steve told us how to do it. So all these have got their own labels on, obviously with the strain, the name of them. Till this was last week, England and Fiji. Well done, boys. Well, me and Highness out before the sun comes up, and the Badgers have been out as well. They've knackered this one, not knackered it, but made a mess of the field because we take the football pitch. Right, this was my last talk. I did a Kings Winford Community Centre, not too far away from us. Setting up. Normal gum I'm flogging. This is extra income for me. I've got my charge there, which is my beetle dung, Epsom salt, good feed, foliar or feed, mycorrhizal fungi, my bug, and my fish hydrolysate or liquid fish. That's what the druggies use. It's good stuff for everything. Once again, women are outlasting the men. Every gardening club I go to, when I've set up, there's always time to kill, so I'll go and have a nose round. Read that lot, and then I saw this, read that. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of the opening of the Kings Winford Community Centre, 1965. Councillor Skelding, JP. I thought that name rang a bell. Then I thought, when I first started, when I come out of the mob, the fair in law, he got me to go up to the British Legion. He said, I've just started a gardening club, do you want to go? I said, gardening? He said, now they've got a bar. So I got me up there. Now, his brother, Don Skelding, who was also a JP, he was chairman at the time of Cradley British Legion Horticultural Society. And within 3 months of me going up to 3 meetings, I took his job on as chairman. I'm still chairman now. So it's a bit of ammunition. Yeah, I think there was 3 blokes in the end. All the rest was women. Right, needed me rope. Needed rope off. Went down to do this on an evening. Because we need that space there, our container, metal container, to go in that side of the sign. But my mate Mick had already roped it off for us. He's a good lad. But we got knackered up anyway. This is inside the club itself. We've got our own little notice board there for all our meetings, whatever. And looking after us. Right, the steward of this place, where our container is, just about to make our container out there. That's what we're lifting and taking down to our new venue. And the steward rung him up, says you can't get in. There's wagons all down the lane, you won't get in. So I went down and took this photo just to prove the bugger wrong. And I called Gob off to him because he's still got our container. So we've been told 2 weeks we can pick it up. That was a couple of days ago. So I'm going to keep the peace with him. Right, manure. Dried it. On it as small as I can get it, so I'm going to shred it. Beautiful stuff. The smaller it is, the quicker it's going to break down, and the better it is. Right, this is me alpaca muck pelleted. Superb. So that's what I've just chopped. Then pellets I'm going to rub out by hand with my gloves on. And I'm going to mix them two together. Beautiful. Right, in my tunnel again. These are all me gladioli. Them are drying off. I'm late doing this again this year as well. But I'm inside the tunnel and I'm drying off well. So I looked after them. And just about make out the last of my Cape gooseberries on there. I've still got quite a few on. And all the leaves on the grapes are now drying off and they're dropping off themselves. Honeyberry. Got a flower on it. This was about 2 weeks ago. Because of our loopy weather. I don't know what's happening. Right, mixed me up together. Beautiful, look at that. Let it come through the post. This is my mate Steve. He's the canna man from UK. Obviously, he's been growing over a couple of years. So he's done the trials, so I rack his brains. And he saved seed as well. This is seed he saved. What I'm going to do now. Now he's told me how to do it. And I asked him for some dwarfs. So there's a cross City Portland Brazilian dwarf open pollinated, which means it could be any colour. An X-ray. I've got to ask him what colour the X-ray is. So that was a City of Portland. This is like a red, but it's got a yellow inner, which I ain't seen before. So that's a new one. And Brazilians. I've got this is like similar to the firework. I've got Happy Firework, but the Happy Firework is a red with a yellow in it, and so this is opposite. This is yellow with a red in it. So I've got him and all. Now he's showing me where he's drying off his as well. He's got all his undercover now. That was another one of his corker. About 5 seeds in the pack. He's a good lad. Also, I'm looking after him in the sense, obviously he knows I've sent away for seed November last year from my mate Sylvain in Canada. And he says, do you mind getting me some seed? Will you order yours? I says, no probs. Sylvain will have his list out soon. Once he does, then I'll drop him. Right, I've had all my gladies up drying. Still got the stems on. Just time to chop them off, which I'm cutting off neatly now. Plus the old comb, ripped that off. That was this year's. Obviously, that's a new one there. Plus my babbies. So I took all the bases off there. Now I'm going to job that side. This one got the paper underneath to catch all the corners. That was a superb blue with a yellow in it. But he was an Odden on the ad. Where the hell does Odden come from? But because he was superb, that's why I want the corners as well. Go back on that one. As you see, he's come off nice and clean in one go. That base, meaning he was drying off better than some of these. But I'm still drying. Soshi, that was a new one this year. That was an excellent one. I've ordered some more of them this year. Pheasant Acre, I've got them. So these are the old mushroom trays. Obviously full of holes, so you've got ventilation. If it's not raining, then all the windows are wedged open. Well, there's 2 on fence of them, but I wedge them open anyway, and the doors are always up, so I've got ventilation, which I need for everything. It works. Then my spares, which I've got to give away. I've got a talk coming up soon for Gladys for beginners, because I'm on here beginning myself, and I should dish them out to the corners and the corms. Ajax, another new one for me last year. This is the best one I think last year. Loved it. And I've got loads of cut. Look at the size of the corns off the Ajax. Superb. If they look crap, they are crap. Bin them. That one got binned as well. This is why I take all the old skins off. If I'd have taken the skin off, like if I left the skins on there, I think I'd be alright. No, have a nose. I mean, these ain't gonna get no frost. By taking the skins off, they can do no more. But you don't see if them are complete or not. So that's jobbed all them. tops and bottoms. Right, these are what I need for. Should I remember? I'm keeping seed off me cannas. And my mate says, right, when the first frost comes, they'll still be green, meaning you want them black. Otherwise, they ain't be viable. So she says, just cut them off, put them in a cold greenhouse or in the house if you can get away with it. You can get away with it in the house. I could put them in one of the lads' bedroom, not tell the gaffer. But who's going to bloody see it, are you? But drop a rainwater in, nice and not cold, and then just bung each seed head. There's only one stem in these, and it just carry on growing. And he sent me a photo where they started off green, or off and off, and now they're nice and black. But that'll be later on. So there's one ready to come off, along with all the others. Right, my spare tulip bulbs. I've put a few out because there's beds still with plants in, bedding. And these are my spares, so I'm going to bung these down this side. So I'll just space them out where they're going to go. You just bung them in. And them in between there and all. Right, another job to do. This is a deterrent, which is going across the top of that wall. It's a squirrel, a cat, and a fox deterrent. Because I've had foxes bloody walking across there as well. So I've got my electric in the greenhouse, so I'll just plug it in there. This is standing on my raised bed where my fruit trees are. Just spread the weight about, just put some long horse will distribute the weight evenly. So I'm standing on my tray. Basically, I'm just drilling in here, putting eyes in, as you can see, with the raw plugs. All the way along, I think there's 8 in altogether. And while I was there, the blackberry needed tying up. And this is what I'm using. And I'll just make it out there where I've hooked him or wired him to my eyes. Perfect. Bit of a deterrent. My mate had that sheet that was out the back here on the front. It was off one of my raised beds, top of the garden, my slot bed. Twin wall, clear, plastic sheet. But it was a good and long one. And that beam, well, that was the length of it. That beam come with it. That's what was holding it up. I'm just drawing that out for my mate as well. When that's dried, throw it in the greenhouse for him. Pour this up, please, out with a live plant. Red currant, Vada. This is called Leighton. England, Italy, good glads. Tell it was last week. But all these are doing well. Once again, we get the winds because of my up. Because there is only plastic pots, are blown over again. We'll sort that out in a bit. Like Jeffrey says, put a cane in straight through the hole. Before it's on the allotment or the normal ground, I could do that, but I can't get away with this. But we do get around it. Somebody asked during the week what my composting goodies were, so this is for them. So anything you can get, any natural products, leaf mold, loads of them, wood burner ash that ain't been treated. Even if it's just straw, use it. Worm casts, wood chip, any big lumps, bug them out. Any sand, sawdust, wood shavings, once again not been treated. Spent mushroom compost, spent hops and barley from any pub brewery. Spent peat, then me had me grow back from last year. Topsoil, mole oils if you can get them. Seaweed, bracken, green, chop it. If it's dried down, just break it up by hand. Spent coffee grounds, your normal manures. Smaller the ingredients of it. Right, Aaron bought these plants last week. fact, he's took him back home tonight. Well, them two, not that one. He says, can you sort them out for me? Yeah. So I need some of my own compost out again. So get my compost out, pick the worms out, throw them back in. Right, I'm going to mix my compost with clover compost, which is another good one. So I rub that out by hand because when they pack the clover compost, don't forget that I'm stacked in pallets, so it compacts the compost. Just rub them out by hand or two hands. And then if there's any big lumps or any crap in there, then you'll find it. Although it's supposed to be the best clover, you still get crap in it. So there's my compost going in the bag, an empty compost bag, plus the clover which I've just rubbed out. Any worms just left behind, any babbies, then I'll put them back in the composting. Fishful, I'll have vermiculite, mix that up. Right, that's ready to go. Let's start doing these. Right, first one, he ain't too bad. That ain't too pot down. Pot seems alright. There's a bit of crap I took out from the top, so I'm going to use them again. Right, need me base to go on the bottom of the pot. Then I'll put me a dollop of hamster mucking. Right, that's where I rubbed all the crap from the top. So I've got to fill him up with a good brew, so he's nice and level. That's one done. Next one. It ain't too bad at all. But we put him in the next pot size because he's top heavy. Or get it top heavy. Once again, cover the holes on the bottom. Put a bit of hamster muck. I've got to find get in touch with contact. I'm running out of this stuff. Love it. Got to get the same level again with the one he's come out of. Put him in upright and fill in. Firm him in around the outside. Make sure he's upright. Last one, which is a big boy. Because these are having a bit of a check, I'm going to give him a feed with a fish hydrolysate or liquid fish, just to give him a pick me up with lukewarm rainwater. Look after them. So these are at a water and go back on him. I water with this first. Cover water all the compost so it wets that lot. And then when you water it with this, it doesn't swish it all away. The dried compost, it will soak in. Then I move them from down here up to there. Make sure it is drained out the bottom. Right, as you can see, this one is top heavy. Yeah, been potted on for, well, you can see there, bloody moons. Things with these, there's air roots at the top, plus you got your normal roots at the bottom. And that was the roots out the bottom, plus there was air roots that went down the side of the pot into that, if that makes sense. We'll see it better in a minute. Put the roots on it, Gordon Bennett. Right, different pots, sizing them up, which I can use. These are the florist buckets. Use loads of them over the years. But these lot here, there is the air roots. Then, because the air root was going in between the two pots and hitting the bottom, that was changing to, well, no, see, they've been in sunlight, so they're darker. Because these have been in shade and whiter. So there's like half and half. But I had to chop half of them off. Plus, this pot was that pot down, I couldn't get them out. I had to cut through it and slowly cut through these lot as well. Obviously, I don't want to knacker these roots up. But you can see he's popped down too well. Did need chopping. And that one I chopped off. In fact, I kept that one just in case, but I've chopped him off in the end as well. So I've left the chap a good dollop of roots on. Then I heard me automatic weight sprinkler coming on. So I had a quick perv in there, make sure these lot weren't in the way of anything. Got away with it. Right, I can see the drainage coming out of these two, so it was fine. Because these them two slabs are levelish. So they're doing well. Right, this big pot is for him. I need some weight on the bottom. So top of the garden, I've got a bit of weight. Put me a bit of compost in. That was boiling water at my kettle. Basically, I'm just cleaning the outside of the pot because that's got to go in the living room. Then give me one of these things or whatever it's called. And just hold him. I mean, that pot don't look as though he's going to be big enough now. But he is. But any crap on it, my dead leaves, just go around and cut all the crap off. And then go and get me height, which I've got there. And holding him, get him upright and holding him upright-ish. Then just pack up the rest of the bump in. Anything I'm going to take off, I'm going to take off with a nice sharp, it's like a Stanley knife. And just slice him off clean. You see the new air roots coming out. It's usually one, looking at these, every leaf axle. Slowly get in there. I've got to tie him up as well. This was hanging over too much, so I was tying to this. Good waiter again. I've got him in a bowl, so he soaks a bit more back up. Usually the first leaves to go are these three crap, and as you can see, too many marks on. But then the bottom leaves, anything, I'll just take them off. They're going to look crap. Right, he's going to be transferred to him so he can drain. He's been standing in the water for a while, so he should have soaked up all the moisture in the compost. And he was draining for about an hour and a half. Epsom salts, that was select seeds. The West out a lot for the presentation not next Thursday. Anybody wants anything from select seeds, let me know. And I'll send them away then. Right, Epsom salts. I did start off with a hot water first, just to stir him. Right, tissue. All I'm doing is wiping the dust and the muck off here. There we are. Plus, because it's got a Epsom salts on, a bit that's left on there, the plant's going to take it in. And I'm cleaning all the stems as well, cleaning the lot. Look at him. That does. That's a bad photo because he was full of muck just off these lot. It does make a difference. And he's shining again once I've finished. Squeeze him out. I think that's when I was doing the stems. That's better. All tied up, nice and upright for a bit. And I did the leaves on these as well. Makes a hell of a difference. So I've cleaned him. There's a manky, which I'm going to clean. I don't mind because I've got patience. Once I've done it, that's it. Right, that'll do our little pudding, rice pudding and jam, homemade jam, gooseberry. Right, sun ain't out, so all my little flowers are going to get a mist spray with Epsom salts. So inside the greenhouse as well, even my bougainvillea, help him out. Everything. This is the next one we clean. This is in our bog next upstairs. I was going to bin him, but I'll look after the chap and he can go for bring a boy next May. This is my little chap that I've had in red currant. Just having a perv of him. Yeah, he's alright in the pot, is he? He'll do for a bit. So all the plants that was in there, the cannas as well, all done nice clean. Right, my largest cannas are in this pot here. So I wrote down the size, which is 15 inches across the top, 11 inches deep, 8 inches across the base. I've got to get heavier pots. Postman come again, strawberries. The cock up I made last year with the strawberry plants, I didn't get them till that was late coming. I think it was April. And I should have had them now, obviously, because I'm going to cold greenhouse. I'm going to get well established. Exactly the same again from Inco. And that's how they come. No compost on them whatsoever. Bit of soil. And that was inside the bag. Why put that in? Don't know. Because it's eating with that. In rolled up. 12 I got. The good thing now that promoted fruits, they give you all the instructions as well. How to look after them. Plus they send you another catalogue. You always get more than 12 because there's some little naffins in there. They got 14 in the end. To stop you complaining. But these 1 pint plastic mugs from Wilco. And there's 3 Wilcos coming back in there. I hope ours comes back. Bloody miss them once they've gone. But these were ideal from Wilco. Perfect for starting peas off. And the onions. But they're going to be ideal for these strawberries as well. There's my outside grape, which I left on. If I can keep him this year, I will give him a bit of protection if we get a frost. I want to train him at the end as an out. Paul, sorry mate, I want you to sit your hand.
All right. Wilco are coming back in the range.
What
They've
up,
brought
Marybone?
I don't know yet. They brought the online stuff and they brought most of the stuff. So they're going to be selling it in the range. I don't know when. That's
Good.
all I know. Big Mary, a little kiddie minster, the nearest one.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Cheers, Paul, man. So these cups are perfect for these. Bit of compost on the bottom, hold him upright where you want him. Pack him in. Outside, no wind, no rain, so I can wait from out there. Right, my bags of goodies up the back. I've got leaf mould. Let's have a perf. Too dry. I should have more bloody sense. I was checking them because I run out of leaf mould in here, so I've got one out. These 3 chaps, I've got to check the roots on them as well. It's my compost, we don't tell when it worms in, and nice white thick roots. But he's alright, so I'll put him back in the pot. Little one, yeah, he's doing alright as well. Nice tight quick roots. Look at that, roll 8, roll 8. Now this big boy, I've had to put him in the middle because he's hitting the roof. That's all out of the bog. As you go in, I said this in Lidl. We used to have this in the mob when we was in the Far East. It was a check meal. And I hadn't had it for bloody hell moons. About 50 years. So I had one to try. It's supposed to be for 2 people. No, it ain't. It was a bit missing as well, so I put some extra bacon in. Then the taste, so I put a lot of soy sauce in. Nice though, brought back some memories. Cradley Yard Primary School. It's where I took the hound for a walk in the morning. When I took her around the back, there's a dead badger there. He'd been there a while now, so I sent this 2 photos to our local council, just saying that he started to smell a bit now. All the little men would like to pick him up today because he's still there. Right, crushed eggshells. This is for me, one of the ingredients for my compost, obviously. Blender. Next one to go in, layers chicken pellets. Perfect. Filmy alfalfa pellets. You can get all these online. we'll get them. Oyster pellets, rock dust. Spent tea and spent coffee grounds. And my porridge. Mix that lot up. Perfect. Fistful of that every time I fed it. There's a similar photo to this on I should have took that photo as well. Basically just saying you got to work with nature. And this is a photo I did for my book. Obviously I found me a branch there, but that is different to that. So I'm hanging on to that and that, if that makes sense. So it looks like I'm shaking hands in the tree or something. Well, I thought that was good. And I put that on with the first one I said. Right, this is moved, so I know it's working. So they're bubbling away happily. Still looking after my babies, but I need some more putting on to do. Lime cod. This was from Lidl. You can eat them. So I'm just looking at the pots there. In fact, I took one of them off the lime, the weight of it. Snapped one of them branches. Obviously, the older the plant gets, the thicker the branches are going to be. That'd be alright then. Right, somebody gave me this during the week. This was for cannas. But then somebody else said later on, it's a good insecticide for everything. Surgical spirit it was from, meaning it's what they use in the States. But we can get surgical spirit in any chemist. Tesco chemist flog it, and Boots chemist. So this is a half a litre sprayer. Obviously, if you've got a litre, then double this lot up. 200 ml surgical spirit. I think that's the size bottles they flogged as well in the chemist. 100 ml rainwater. Notice rainwater, not tap water. And 2 drops of washing up liquid. That helps it stick to the plant. And that's all he uses for this cannas, this bloke in the States, for everything. So I thought that'll do me. So that's a new one to trial for next year as well. Right, blackberry still fruiting, flowering, I should say. But he ain't going to do so now, so I took him off. They grew, in fact, you can see there, that was took when my cannas were still down the bottom, when we got them eye wings, and moved up the top now. I'm going to chop him, take a few more off. Well, in fact, I took all of them off, left them on there. There's no room in the greenhouse at the moment to let him dry off there. Take a bit more green off him. That was a rugby. Hard luck, boys. Boston game. Right, shed. I need space. First time ever this is going to be clean. I need that space. And the window ain't been clean for a while. And I can unhook it and it drops right down, meaning I'm going to wallop this lot as well, the framework. So then I'll clean my window. Now I'm going to get my fence guard out. From the last time I did it, it's got to be over a month ago. The paintbrush is just in a little bag, a freezer bag. Wrapped around it. I got my paintbrush out. It's still as supple as day I put it in. There's no air could get in it. So I'll get him a nice good mix up, and I've walloped him about 6 times all through the afternoon. Because there's no rain or sod all. So in between jobs I'll do something, then I'd wallop. As you see, the only space I got now is this end inside the greenhouse. So I do need the room. Sow sheet, I'm taking all the bases now off the bottoms. They've all dried out, and all the bases should come off nice and clean. If they don't, just get a knife in there or a spoon. You do less damage with a spoon, so yeah, use a spoon. But they're going to come off clean when they are dried off properly. The cormlets, loads of them and all. So them are going to be bagged up. I'm trying to get some proper little old muddy bags, paper bags. I'm just going to use the Plazzy post office bags. I'm going to get all the crap out of that. I'll get the sieve out of the kitchen. Mark them up so I know what they am. And just going through the lot. Ajax, the size of these corners from the first year, brilliant. Them are a corker. Well, they've got to be good because I'm doing them again. That's my Shalimar, my Prims. Lovely flower that is, Shalimar. Right, I think that was his 7th coat he got on there. Then I just clip him back up again. I can either shut him up with a little clip or leave him like that. I know he should wedge this just in case we get wind and it starts smacking that. Wedge him down there. That's loads of ventilation in. That's just having a purr from the outside. The next thing to clean is a tunnel. Then tie around all these, just about to the green algae starting on there. All I do is get a soft broom, muck it a hot water-ish, and just wash the t'other side. I can still walk along the edge of the wall and do that side, then do this side, and get a good swim off. Obviously, move these two out the road. I want to get it nice and clean, ready for next year, and the greenhouse when that's done. Right, any leaves that look a bit naff, just cut them off, because they are naff. So there's me one that's going up now, ready for next year. And there's about 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 on him. I only want one, so I'm going to train him on that one. He's a Loch Ness strain. Right, bags on the arse end, leaf mould, GSP. I thought, what the bloody hell is GSP? And I thought, yes, so save it on ink. Good POS, which it is. Because there it is. Now that is good. It boss. Mixture of all my mucks. Leaf mould, too dry. On it moist. That one which I've got to check later on, which was moist, and I think I put a topsoil in it as well to help it break down. I've got to check that one, 29th 11th. But these two, that's the largest size bag I got. That was the old F2S 75 litre. So that lot is going to have 2 inches into there. And we've done. Yep. Now I'm going to weight it. Now mix it. Do exactly the same again until I've gone through the lot. Upend it 3 or 4 times. Just mixing it so you're wetting every piece that's in there. That's what I should have done in the first place. Perfect. Then put that lot back in there. It's come out of that bag, so you know it's going to go back in. Perfect. Look at that. Mugging back in there. And do the next one. That's just drawing the bag out at the end. Don't want to use them again. So them lot are packed up. I'm making more room. I've cleaned all my canes. Tied them all up. Now I can get a bag of alpaca muck stored in there as well. Stallion juice. Jeffrey, you like that? I'll nearly run out, Rolly. Good brew, boss. but that is perfect for him on the top of here. He's smacking on the top of the roof. So he's standing there on top of me tub of stony juice. I asked my mate about chopping them. He said that the ones that are still growing inside, you can chop him later on, or just leave him as he is. I'm going to chop him. The little babbies, I'm going to keep as they are. These two outside, obviously, as soon as you get a frost, I'm going to take them in. But as you can see there, a squirrel coming during the night, trying to bury his bloody nuts. Pushed all the compost out, so I should have done it anyway. I've done all the others, but I've got spare netting. Always keep it, you know it's going to come in, and then just stake it down because we have SAS squirrels. I thought while I'm here, I'll just check it anyway, and that ain't popped down to nothing, so it's okay. So I'll put him back in where I want him. Once we've got all the ups in, then I'll cut around with the scissors. Perfect. Another job done. I went and saw some pots over at a local nursery, and I saw this peat-free Levington compost. £6.50, 40 litres. Probably the sods. I asked the gaffer because I said I want to deal with your large pots. He says, well, I got hold of you. What's your peat-free like? Don't know. Haven't used it. Wouldn't use it. I said, oh, that tells me. Thank you very much. This is what I was after. These was advertised half price. So I just took two up to the Emmy little trolley, up to the exit to pay for them. I thought I took a bloody photo, so I'll go back to the photo. So I've had 4 of them and 2 of them. I would have had 6 of them, but I had the last 4. I got smaller ones, whatever, but perfect. Can be perfect for me cannas. Look at that. Just slightly over, but I needed. There's loads of pots there. If you remember last year, my first canna, Durban, I did in one of these, one of the smaller ones from Wilco, because this has got the weight in it, but because it was square, I couldn't get it out of the bloody thing. Go back on them. Because them are tapered, they'll come out easier, and that's what I wanted. A pot similar to that, but tapered, and this was perfect. Plus, he's got the weight. Right, next door neighbour putting his fence panels up. At last, he's only got this one to put. So when he legged it up, he put them 12. I legged it round there, taking all the bloody roots of the shit out. He's going to keep going again. But we're getting there slowly. And that's just looking at the bottom. And I've got to sort something else in there. Because the bamboo screen used to be along here, if you remember. And that is a bit low. I'm thinking of Russian jumping over there. Something else to think about. Right, I had this on my messenger on Facebook. New campaign 10. Anybody ever that? I don't know. It's, I don't want to click on it. It's a scam, but that's bloody come up. Just protesting your meaning. You want to know what that end of that sentence means. So you click on it. I ain't going to bloody click on it, just in case it is a scam. If anybody's ever heard of it, or if you do know it's a scam, then let me know and I'll just sort it off. I had our mate round this morning. Mal, he helped us out at show day. I asked for volunteers because everybody was at work. It was a Thursday, setting the marquee up. And he come and helped us. He don't come to the meetings and sort of all, he just uses the trade, he said. But good lad. And he helped us set up and dismantle as well. He was after a long Joe chili seed off John Murphy and down Taunton, but he's a good talk for bloody England, mine. We had a perb up the garden and all. And while I was dead ending the Alstrom areas, saw that chap there. Maybe Sweet Pea. Still ferreting. People. Hope you've enjoyed that.
Cheers, mate.
Past an hour, 8 or 400 photos. Just over an hour and a half. 2 hours, people get bored. So I thought I'd knock it down. But I've got to talk a bit quicker next time, so it's an hour and a half.
Got on in the end, Mick.
Oh, good. Did you use it Alden?
No, what I had to do was go on it. It keeps trying to ask me to sign in with Facebook. I ain't got Facebook. So what I have to do is copy the link.
Yeah.
And then down below, there's about 6 or 7 alternatives that you can do, save as, whatever. And I just clicked on one of them and it comes straight up. So
you'll be all right for next week then.
if I can remember, yeah.
Write it down now, you're plunked.
No, no.
I have to write everything down. So there will be a new Zoom next Sunday. Loney's got a few to put on for us. Plus, we get a few more people on now. Dark nights is crap, in it? Getting dark at bloody tea time. Cold, winter, pain in the arse. Any questions on anything tonight?
I enjoyed Jeffrey's talk.
You say mine was crap?
Hey? No, don't jump to conclusions. I just said I enjoyed Jeffrey's.
Else Godfrey, good to see you on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was out on my birthday last time. So that's why I went on a couple of weeks ago.
You've got it.
Hey, stop.
Yeah, mate. Don't talk about football. Don't want to know. Sorry, I can't hear you very well. Sorry.
Eating.
Yeah.
That manager's going to be sacked. And Jose Mourinho is going to Man United.
You're funny.
I'm not really serious. He's left his team in Italy. He's on the way here. So,
Your lot are doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, we are.
3-1.
Fifth in the league. Why am I?
You told me the bloody score.
He's on today. We're watching.
No, you plug it. I can have. Oh,
it's sport match of the day for him now.
Someone found 3. People, I'm legging it.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
See you all next week if you
See ya.
can make it.
Yeah, see ya. Ta-ra.
Got a couple of photos, bung them on. See you, people.
Ta-ra.
Bye.